So next we have inductance. What is inductance? What is
So the
inductance?
capacity to store,
Sir,
so the capacity to store magnetic energy, sir.
Okay. You have any other thing?
Provide
resistance to
resistance
the
to
change of current.
current. So
Change of
the element which changes the magnetic field in it.
So what is the change? The property of the coil due to which it
resistance.
opposes any increase or decrease in the current is known as inductance. Right. Or simply when it's known as self-inductance. In more common or we normally use as inductance itself. If nothing is mentioned means it's self-inductance. If nothing is mentioned means just a self-inductance, right? So the property of the coil due to which it opposes any increase or decrease in current is known as self-inductance or simply inductance. So what is its meaning is, right? So for example, you have some circuit like this. You have resistor element. Okay. So you have graph corresponding to this current I. Okay. So let us assume that this is current I that is flowing, the capital I. So when you close the switch, so what is the
Your
current
voice is
that
a bit
flows through?
low.
Yes.
Sir, your voice is a bit low, sir. Cut.
Just a minute. Now it's fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So now when you close the switch, so what will happen? What is the current? If you close the switch, what is the current in the circuit? For example, t equal to 0 time, right? So I closed the switch. So what is the current? What is the current in the circuit?
I.
I, right?
sir.
So that means this is high. It means earlier you have the current is 0, so instantly, so that reaches to I value, right? So when you remove the switch, say for example at t equal to t1, I remove the switch. So what will happen to the current?
Zero.
Current is zero in circuit.
Current will instantly reduce to 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in case of, for example, you have something like this. Right. So now what will happen? So you close the switch, t equal to 0 again, you have some inductor is placed. So now what will happen?
Variable current will start flowing.
Sir, variable current
So the
start.
current will start increasing exponentially rather than
Yes,
direct.
right. So if you assume that we have some inductor, right, some resistance inside, how the current will instant or so instead of that, it will taking some time, right? That means it is delays, or instead of rising like this, it is delayed, right? Similarly, for example, if it is reaching 0 when you switch off or when you turn off at some t equal to t1, what will happen? So instead of reaching to 0, it is taking its own time to reach 0. If we assume that we have other circuit that is associated with this. Okay. So this is the property of inductance. So that means inductor. So what it basically do, it will not allow sudden change in current. Inductor will not allow sudden change in current. In other words, it will limit the di by dt. So what is di by dt? Rate of change of current, right? So that is di by dt. So it will limit the di by dt. So with this inductor, so how this inductor is basically, so here you have some core material. So a winding is wound. It may be a air core or it may be some solid core material. It may be air core, so that means the winding will be there, so nothing will be there inside this. Okay, so that is known as air core. If the winding is placed on some solid object, so that is known as solid core. So this will gives you the inductance, right? So that basically there's a property of the coil due to which it opposes any increase or decrease in the current, so that is known as inductance, right? So here, what is the thing with, so with this inductors, whenever there is a rate of change of current, so what it will do? So when you have rate of change of current, so what is the consequence? If there is a rate of change of
EMF
current,
is
so
developed,
what is the
sir.
consequence?
EMF is developed.
EMF is induced, right? So
EMF
E
is
is
developed.
proportional to di by
Di by
dt,
dt.
right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the proportionality constant here?
So
L, sir.
inductance.
Inductance.
Equal to L into di by dt. Of course, we have some minus symbol, right? So that minus symbol is
Yes.
To
due to,
oppose the increase in current.
that is
Yes.
Lenz law, right?
According to
Due to
Lenz
that,
law.
we have minus symbol. So that is due to the Lenz law. So basically you have E equal to L into di by dt. So in other words, so this is, for example, you have this is I1 here and this is I2 here, and the time that takes is t. So that means L into I2 minus I1 by time t. So this is equal to E.
EMF
E equal to L into rate of change of current, right? That is I2 minus I1 divided by the time it takes. So that is t. I2 minus I1 by t. So that is how you define the EMF that is induced due to the rate of change of current in the coil. So here the constant is, proportionality constant is inductance. So what are the units for this inductance?
Sir, Henry.
Sir,
So it is
Henry,
Henry,
capital
right?
H.
Henry, sir.
So what is the energy that's stored in inductor?
Magnetic energy.
What is the
Magnetic
formula
energy.
for
Half L I
energy?
square.
Half L I
Magnetic
square.
field energy. L square, sir.
So that is the energy. So that's stored in the inductor. Right. So we can write this inductance L in terms of this flux linkages. You can write the inductance in terms of flux linkage per ampere. So how it will be? Right. So what is the formula for example, if you have considered a coil, so it is having n number of turn and it is carrying a current of I amperes, right? It is carrying a current of I amperes. So how you will define this phi?
N into L
Sir,
into I.
N into
L into I.
N into I. Yes,
I
sir.
by
L, sir.
n into I by
L,
S,
L.
right? What is S?
L upon A into mu naught mu R.
No, this S is, what is S is reluctance, right? So this Ni is
Yes, sir.
MMF, right? Agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how to write this one? So N into I, right? By L mu naught mu R A. Okay. Right. So if you separate these terms, right? Something like this, if it is phi, right? So phi by I, what is phi by I?
L.
What is phi by I? N by L
L.
mu naught mu R A, right? Agree?
Yes, sir.
Agree? So we can write inductance like this, right? So N phi by I. Have you ever heard this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is that? So it is
Henry.
Weber turns per ampere, right?
Yes, sir.
This is Weber turns per ampere. What is N phi?
Total flux linked.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, total flux.
The flux linked with these
Total
coils,
flux.
right? So that is known as flux linkages. So that is lambda. So this N phi by I, so where N phi is the flux, this is the flux, right? This flux is linked to N number of coils, right? N number of coils. So that's why it is known as flux linkages, normally denoted with lambda. So L equal to lambda by I, in other words, N phi by I. Okay. N phi by I. So this we can, so L equal to N phi by I. So we have this N phi, right? Instead of this N phi, you can write this N by L mu naught mu R A. Right? Agree? So I've written this N into phi by I. So this is phi by I. Is clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So what is the end one? So what it's equal to?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Did the class start early today?
Mm-hmm.
The class was supposed to start at 10, right? Or is it just a revision?
No, I'm changing the timing. So here other works are there and other meetings are there. Okay. So that's why every time we'll change the times. Okay.
So when did the class start today?
9:40. 9:45 somewhere.
Sir,
Yes.
you said I is MMF, right? Here.
Not I is MMF. So
Sir,
this entire thing
like,
is MMF.
okay, got it.
I is current, right?
Yes,
It's
sir.
clear? So N,
Can you
right? So
explain
that's
again
N
how you got
square.
L is equal to N phi by I?
Mhm.
Sir, can you explain again how you got L is equal to N phi by I? That formula.
L equal to?
N
No,
phi by I.
this is the definition, right? From the definition of inductance, you can write. So that is a flux linkage per ampere. So that is inductance. This is the one you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
This is the flux linkages per ampere current. So that is the definition of inductance.
Okay, sir. Understood.
From the definition of inductance, so we write this N phi by I. So what is this one?
So reluctance.
Yes, right. So we have another formula. So L equal to N square by S. So N is the number of turns, S is the reluctance. So here multiple formulas there. So N equal to N square by S. So from definition L equal to N phi flux linkages by I. Flux linkages by I. So E equal to L into di by dt. So these are the different forms of inductance. So where exactly we used. Is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you are aware of the self-inductance, so that's why, so we have another one, so that is mutual inductance. So that is mutual inductance. So what is mutual inductance?
Since the EMF generated in a smaller coil due to change in current in the larger coil, sir.
So that is the ability of one coil to produce an EMF in the nearby coil. So by using the induction, so whenever there is a rate of change of current, so that is known as mutual inductance, right? So how you will define? So we have some sources there. So let us assume that we are connected some galvanometer G, right? So let us assume that the switch is operating at faster rate. So that means there is a rate of change of current here. There is a rate of change of current. So what is the thing we observe here?
So with the rate of change of current, there is an EMF produced in the other
There
coil.
is an EMF is produced. There is EMF produced in the nearby coil, right? So that means you can observe some deflection in this galvanometer, right? So this is,
What have you written, sir, beside S, sir?
so this switch is operating at faster rate. Okay. Maybe in 1 second it is operating 1000 times, 10,000 times, like that. Okay. So let us assume that this switch is operating at maybe 10 kilohertz frequency or 5 kilohertz frequency. Can anyone tell? So what will happen if the switch is permanently closed?
Sir, the deflection in the galvanometer will be zero because
with this
it will
circuit-
become constant.
Oscillate, sir. Circuit
For
oscillates.
example, this in this circuit, right? for
Charging,
example.
discharging. Charging, discharging,
Then
charging,
what is
discharging
inductance?
happens.
If this switch is permanently closed, right? So you are connected.
Current will be constant.
So what will happen?
Current will be constant. I.
It oscillates, sir.
constant,
It
na?
oscillates.
What is the thing it will happen?
At an instant, current is constant, sir.
Current will be constant. I.
So how much constant?
I.
I, sir.
I only.
How much? How much value?
I only.
Zero, sir.
V by I.
Sir, depending on the value of resistance, the inductance is
If
correct.
we assume
Resistance.
that there is no resistance,
Depending
No
on the
resistance.
voltage, EMF.
so how much
Voltage
EMF it will generate?
Sir, L di by dt.
So here the thing is simply, so you have something circuit like this. So what will happen? We assume that, so this is L value and R value is 0. So there is no resistance for this coil. What will happen?
I will vary as per time.
So what is E?
Uh,
E equal to L into di by dt, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So what
Sir,
is the rate
I
of
guess
change of current
after
here? What is
zero
the rate of change of
because
current
the
here?
zero.
So 0, right? So
Yes,
that means
sir.
the
Would be
EMF
like we have
induced in this
shorted
coil
the
is
batteries.
0. So 0 induced EMF means what?
Current is constant.
Current
Why the
constant.
current is constant? See here, the voltage across this coil is 0. So what it indicates? It indicates open circuit or
Current
short
is
circuit?
constant, sir.
Circuit, sir. Current is
I
zero.
can be any value.
Open circuit,
Can
sir.
be any
Open
value.
circuit, sir.
So here missing the fundamentals, right? So I said that, so you have resistor is there. So its voltage is 0. Right, its voltage is 0. So what does it mean? Is it short circuit or open circuit?
Open, sir.
Open circuit, sir.
Open.
Open circuit.
Open
Sir,
circuit.
the
open
resistor
circuit?
is shorted on both the sides. If it's like that, there is
First
same
thing, what is
potential on
open
both
circuit
sides.
and what is short circuit?
So open
Open circuit means,
there
sir,
is
no
a
current. And
linkage
sir,
in
when there is infinite current, sir, it means
Open
short
circuit means
circuited.
there is no current, right? If the circuit something
Yes,
like
sir.
this, right? Your terminal here, if the other terminal is not connected, so this is open, right? Agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here circuit something like this. You have two resistors, or you have one resistor is connected and the other resistor is connected. So by mistake, so this resistors, right? So this resistor is something like this, right? Okay. So what is this?
So short circuited.
So this is short circuit, right? So remember in open circuit, right, the current is 0. So here the current is 0. So here what is the voltage across this resistor?
V. EMF equal.
So what is the voltage across this resistor?
0.
0, right?
Resistor 0.
So open circuit means current is 0. Short circuit means voltage across particular short circuit is 0. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
now
sir.
tell me, if this is 0, voltage across this 0, so what it indicates?
So short circuited.
Short circuit, right? So that means, so this is the one. So now tell me what is the current here?
So infinite.
So infinite,
Infinite,
right?
sir, but
It's
constant.
no resistance, so infinite. So this current is infinite. So what you understand that, so you cannot continuously energize an inductor by a DC supply. So in that case, what will happen? The inductor gets short circuited. The inductor gets short circuited. So that means infinite current will flow through this resistor. So that means, so this leads to damage. In other words, the source is short circuited, right? So this inductor will damage, and if the no fuse is there, so in that case, the source will be damaged because the source is, we are trying to short circuit. So what you understand is that, so you never continuously on a inductor with a DC supply. So when you do, in that case, what will happen? The inductor is get short circuited. The inductor is get short circuited, and practically a large current will flow through the circuit, and it will damage the inductor, and it may further damage the source, like that. If some switch is connected, and it may damage the switch also, right? So that's why, so we need to operate this one at faster rate. Okay, so we need to break the circuit again, we turn on and turn off, right? So that, so here the current means we have some finite value of current, so instead of infinite current. So now you understood, right? So why we are operate this switch at a faster rate? If you continuously on the switch, so there is no change of current. So that means EMF is 0 and the coil is short circuited. Okay. So now come to our mutual inductance. So let us assume that you have N1 number of turns and N2 number of turns. So how you will define this mutual inductance? M. So how you will define M?
Mu naught N1 N2 A by L, sir.
So what is mutual inductance? The ability of one coil to produce an EMF in the nearby coil by induction. So when the current in the first coil changes. So when the current in the first coil changes. So what is the change in this first coil? What is the rate of change of this first coil? So that is phi1 I1, right? Agree?
Yes, sir.
Right? So this is linked with, so this is linked with this N2 number of coils, right? So this is linked with N2 number of coils. So this is how we will define the mutual inductance, M. So phi1 I1 is flux per ampere. So this much of flux per ampere. So that is linked with N2 number of coils. So this is rate of change of current or the rate of change of flux in the first coil 1 and this is the number of turns in coil 2. Agree?
Yes.
Right. So now, so this is mutual inductance. You might have studied this, right? You studied about mutual inductance?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
then you might have studied this formula. You studied this?
Yes, sir.
Okay then. Right. So here we can define this. How to define this phi 1? So phi 1 is MMF by S, right?
One
MMF
I
of
upon
first coil by
S, sir.
S, right? So how you will define this one? So N1 into I1, so that is MMF by L mu naught mu R A. Okay. L mu naught mu R A. So
Is
substitute
it
here.
M1 I1 or N1 I1?
This is N, right?
Okay.
Okay. So here substitute here. So this is N2 into phi 1. So N1 I1 by L mu naught mu R A by I1. Right? So what is left? So this is I1 N1 and this entire thing by I1, right? So what you left with? What you left with? I1 I1 get cancelled, right? So you left with N1, N2. So what are the extra things you left with? Mu naught mu RA by L, right? Agree?
Yes, sir.
So what is this? N1, N2 by mu naught mu R by A into
S.
L. What is that? S, right?
S.
So that is 1 by S. So M equal to N1, N2 by S. So we have L equal to N square by S. Here mutual inductance M equal to N1, N2 by S.
Sir.
Yes?
So to be more specific here, S should be S1, right?
See here, this path is same, right? The flux is common to both. The magnetic field is common to both, right?
So but S is equal to L upon mu naught mu R into A, sir. But it depends on dimensions, right? So, sir, it is not necessary that both the coils will have the same dimensions.
Hmm. Yes. See here, which one is
Yes.
energizing? The first coil is energizing, right? So obviously, so that this is energizing, right?
Yes, sir.
So obviously, whatever the S is there, so this reflects S here only. So if your specific thing, I can write S1 here. Okay. So which one is energizing? So that is the one. So this is interchanging, right? For example, this coil is energizing. So in that case, so it is N1, N2 by S2. That's all.
Okay.
Right. This is clear? This is clear?
Yes, sir.
So we got these two definitions. You might have not studied these things, right? You studied this?
So reluctance name wasn't introduced.
Okay, then so these are the new things. So what is the energy stored in this setup? So what is the energy stored here? If we assume that this is I1 current and this is I2 current, so what is the energy stored in this mutual inductance? So it is M into I1, I2, right? So that is the energy stored in this entire setup. Agree?
Yes, sir.
So we have half Li square. So that is in case You come after 11 o'clock. So M into I1, I2. Is clear? Right. So now the thing is that if these two are something like this, if for example, if these two are maybe placed, for example, 0.2 millimeter, so I'm changing this one to 1 millimeter, I'm changing this to 4 millimeter, I'm changing it to 4 feet. So what is the result? So what is the result?
Sir, whose dimension are you exactly changing?
I'm drawing here. So you have one coil here. Right. So let us assume that the second coil is placed here. Right. So this is first case. So second coil here. So that is so placed here. So what is the difference in these two circuits? So let us assume this is also Vs. So this is also L. So this is Vs and this is L. So here N1 number of turns, N2 number of turns is there. So N1 number of turns, N2 number of turns are there. So what is the difference in this voltage? So let's assume this is V1, so this is V2.
Sir, in the second one, sir, the flux linked with the other coil will be less, sir, in comparison to the first circuit.
Right. So that means, so when the coil is changing, so this is producing some flux, right? So if this is how much flux, so that is cutting by the second coil, so that determines the EMF induced in the second coil. So if it is nearby, right? So if it is nearby, so here this V1, the induced EMF value will be very high. If it is far away, the induced EMF value will be very less. So that thing, so how much tightly these two coils are coupled, so how much tightly these two coils are coupled, so that is defined by coefficient of coupling. Coefficient of coupling, K, usually denote with K.
K, yes.
So how much closely these two coils are coupled. So that means the flux link or the flux produced by coil 1 is entirely linked with coil 2. So that means these two are tightly coupled coils. Okay. Similarly, the flux produced by coil 1, see, it is not at all linked with the coil 2. So that means these two are magnetically isolated coils. Clear? Understood? So
Yes.
the flux produced by the first coil is completely linked with the second coil. So that is tightly coupled coils. If it is not at all linked with the second coil, so that means these two are magnetically isolated. So that means there is no mutual inductance. Right. So here the K values range from 0 to 1. So what is 0 means? What is 0?
Loosely
Magnetically isolated.
So that means magnetically isolated. So that means magnetically isolated. So here 1 means tightly coupled. Tightly coupled coils. The range of coefficient of coupling is 0 to 1. Clear? So 0, 1 means tightly coupled. So 0 means magnetically isolated. So next here, so we will define some more, we'll give some more treatment to this coefficient of coupling. So let us assume that, so you have two coils are there. So let us assume that this is I1 current and this is I2 current. So it is having N1 number of turns and it is having N2 number of turns, right? And its reluctance is S1 is mu naught, L1 by mu naught mu R A1, and its reluctance is L2 mu naught mu R2. So this R1 for example, and this is A2. Right. Clear? So these two are coupled, right? So that means these two are nearby. So from this we will define the definition for or formula for the coefficient of coupling. So from this, so what is L1 here? What is L1? So let us assume this is coil
So
1
N1 square upon
and
S.
this is coil 2.
N1 square
Square. So that is N1 square by
A1
L1 mu naught mu R1 A1. Agree? That is N1 by S, right? That is the formula. So what is L2? What is L2?
N2 square by
N2 square by
N2 square by
L2 upon mu naught.
L2
L2
upon
L2 upon
mu naught mu R2
Mu naught
A2.
mu R.
A2, yes.
Right. So here, so let us assume that, so these two are the current that two flowing is I1, I2, right? So here, so how many types of fluxes? So that will be present in this circuit. So one is the flux produced by this I1 current in the coil 1, the flux produced by I2 current in coil 2. These two are the currents, right? So these two are comes under self-inductance category, right? So now the EMF induced in coil 2, the EMF induced in coil 2 with rate of change due to the rate of change of current in coil 1. So that is one thing. Another thing is the EMF induced in coil 1 due to rate of change of current in I2 or the coil 2. Yeah? There are four fluxes. The first one is coil 1 flux, that is due to its own current I1. Coil 2 flux, that is it's due to its own current I2. So now these two are magnetically coupled. So now the flux produced in I1 coil, so due to current in I2 coil or due to current I2 in coil 2, so that is a third one. And the fourth one is the flux produced in I2 coil or the coil 2, so due to the rate of change of current in the first coil, right? So let us assume that this phi1, so how do you will define this phi1? The flux phi1 produced by coil 1 due to its own current I1, right? So that's N1 I1 divided by L1 mu naught mu R1 A1, right? Similarly, what is phi2? What is phi2?
Sir, N2 I2 upon L2.
Sir,
N2
N2 I2 upon
I2 upon
L2
L2
upon
mu naught mu R2 A2.
yeah.
Clear? So let us assume that a fraction of K1 flux, right? So this is producing phi1 flux, right? And this is producing phi2 flux. But a fraction of K1 into phi1 flux, right? A fraction of K1 into phi1 flux, so that is linked to coil 2. Okay. Similarly,
So
a
what is
fraction
K1,
of,
sir? 1 second.
so the fraction, for example, simple logic, for example, so it is producing 100 Weber flux. So this coil is producing 100 Weber flux, for example, right? So here, this entire 100 is not linked to the coil 2. So only some K1 into 100. Okay, so that is only linked to this coil 2. For example, this K is
K1
0.4.
is a fraction.
So that means only 40%, right? Only 40% of the flux produced is linked to coil 2. Clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Simple meaning, right? For example, one coil is producing 100% of flux, only some fraction, maybe 10% or 20%, 50% of the flux is linked to the second coil. So here I assume that K1 fraction, some fraction of flux I1, so that is linked to coil 2. Similarly, K2 phi 2, so which is linked to coil 1. Yeah. So here the coil 2 is also producing 100% of flux. So, but it is not completely, right? Some portion of that flux is linked to coil 2. Is clear? So now you define mutual inductance M. So how you will define M? So what is the original formula for M? So that is phi. So number of turns, for example, that is N2 into phi 1 by I1, right? Agree?
Sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
So this is the original formula, right? But instead of this phi 1, right? So phi 1 means entire all the flux that is produced by the coil 1. So that is linking, right? So now only fraction of this flux is linking, right? So now how it is changing? K1 into phi 1.
Phi 1.
Agree?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Clear? K1 phi 1 by I1. So this mutual inductance is common to all, right? So with this also you can define this M. So how you will define here? So how you will define with respect to coil 2?
N1 into
N1
K2
K2
phi
N1
2
into
by
N1 into
K2 phi
phi
2 by
2 by
I2.
phi 2.
Agree? Is clear? Is clear? So now, so this is assume this is 1 and 2. So multiply 1 and 2. So that is M square. So what is M square? N1 and 2, right? K1 phi 1 by I1 into K2 phi 2 by I2. So K1, K2, if you separate this, so what you left with? N1 phi 1 by I1 into N2 phi 2 by I2. Agree?
yes, sir.
Agree? So what is N1 phi 1 by I1?
L1, sir.
So this is
Sir,
L1,
Sir,
right?
L1.
And this is L2. So what you
L2.
left with? So M square equal to K1 K2 into L1 L2. So M square equal to K1 K2 into L2. So that means M equal to square root K1 K2 into square root L1 L2. Clear? So let us assume that this K1 K2 is K. So that is K into root L1 L2. So this is M. So this is known as coefficient of coupling. So this constant K is called as the coefficient of coupling and may be defined as the ratio of mutual inductance actually present between the two coils to the maximum possible value. Is clear?
K
Sir,
will
K is
be
coefficient of
having its value 0 to 1, between 0 to 1, right?
Yes, K is value is changing from 0 to 1. Right. So this is the ratio of, the K is a constant and it is called as coefficient of coupling, and it may be defined as the ratio of mutual inductance actually present, to the maximum possible value between the two coils.
Sir,
Yes.
hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, here mutual inductance of both the coils are same, sir. You have considered like that.
So obviously same, right? So that's why it is known as mutual inductance.
Sir,
You
what are
understood my point?
K1 and K2 again?
So K1 is the flux linked with the first coil. See here, we defined this K1, right? So thing is that, so this first coil is producing some flux phi1. Okay. The first coil is producing some flux phi1. Only fraction of this flux is linked with the coil 2. So that is how much fraction? So that is K1. We assume that only K1 flux is linked with the coil 2. Similarly, this K2, right? So here, how much flux that linked with K2 is? So only this much of flux, that means K2 fraction of flux produced by the coil 2 is linked with the coil 1. Remember, right? So remember, if you have two coils are there, so this K1, K2 must be, sometimes it may be different values. If this I2 current changes, so this K2 values also change.
Sir, so K1 and K2 are experimentally derived constants like that.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Sir, it's an imaginary, no, sir, flux. Then how can they derive experimentally K1, K2?
See, we can see that, right? See here from the definition, so how much voltage that is inducing, so from that we can define, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Taking the ratio of that voltage and this voltage
That
gives
one, for
K1.
example, you can easily define, right? So
Yes,
here
sir.
by measuring the voltage across the induced coil, so we can define, so how much exactly that is linked. Simple logic.
Yes, sir. Got it.
So let us assume that, so this is also ratio N1, right? Okay. So this is also ratio N1. So assume this is the lossless circuit. So this is K is 1. So how much voltage that is induced here? How much voltage it is induced here? Roughly. Let us assume that this is 200 volts, right? It is also N1 number of turns. It is also N1 number of turns. And you assume that the K is 1. So how much voltage that induced here?
200.
Same 200 volts, right? Agree?
Yes, sir.
So let us assume that K equal to 0.5. So now tell me. Hmm? How much voltage it will induce? Only 100 volts, right?
Yes, sir.
100 volts, yes, sir.
That's it, simple. So that is the significance of this K.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
So this is how we will define the coefficient of coupling. So that means K equal to M by square root L1, L2. Square root L1, L2. So we have some problems. So note down. So note down two identical 750 turns coils A and B. Two identical 750 turns coils A and B are lies in parallel planes
are arranged in parallel planes?
Oh yeah, they arranged in parallel planes. A current changing
Sir,
at the rate of
will you repeat the question, please? Sir?
so two identical 750 turns coils, two identical 750 turn coil A and B are arranged in parallel planes. So that means, so you have one coil here and you have another coil here. Meaning is a current changing at the rate of 1500 ampere per second, a current changing at the rate of a current changing at the rate of a current changing at the rate of 1500 ampere per second in coil A induces an EMF of 11.25 volts in coil B. Right? So calculate the mutual inductance of this arrangement. Calculate the mutual inductance of this arrangement. Calculate the mutual inductance of this arrangement if the self-inductance of each coil is 15 millihenry. So if L1 and L2 equal to 15 millihenry.
So with the what?
The self-inductance of?
Self-inductance of each coil is 15 millihenry. Right. So next one, so calculate the flux produced in coil A. Calculate the flux produced in coil A. Calculate the flux produced in coil, flux per ampere produced in coil A.
First question, what did we need to find?
Calculate the mutual inductance of this arrangement if the self-inductance of each coil is 15 millihenry. That means you need to find the mutual inductance. So self-inductance are given, so you need to find the mutual inductance. So next one is calculate the flux produced in coil A per ampere. Calculate the flux produced in coil A per ampere. Calculate the flux produced in coil A per ampere. Last one, the percentage of this flux, which links with coil B. The percentage of this flux which links with coil B. Clear?
Which links with, right? Li and Ks links.
Yes, links with coil B.
Sir,
Yes.
do K1 and K2 also depend on the geometry of the coils?
So obviously, right?
Got it, sir.
Right. So what is given? The mutually induced EMF is given, right? So that is mutually induced EMF. So that is given. Right. So mutually E equal to L into di by dt, right? Similarly, EM equal to M into rate of change of current. Agree? So here this EM is given, so that is 11.25 volts. So M into, so what is the rate of change of current here? 1500 ampere per second, right? So what is M here now? So that is 7.5 millihenry. Agree? It's clear? It's clear?
Yes, sir.
So what is the next question? Flux per ampere in coil 1, right? What is flux per ampere? So that is 5.1 by I1. Flux per ampere. We have definition. So what is the original definition for L1? So L1 equal to N1 5.1 by N1 5.1 by I1, right? So this is 5.1 by I1. So this 5.1 by I1 is L1 by N1. So what is L1?
Small doubt, sir.
Hmm?
Sir, I had a doubt. You asked flux per ampere means that is total flux per ampere, no, sir? That must be N1 5.1 by I1, no, sir? Like what we have to find.
N1 5.1 by I1.
Yeah, that should be the required answer, no, sir? Like flux per ampere means.
This is flux per ampere, right? 5.1 by I1.
No, sir. Flux means
5.1
total
N1
flux.
is the
only, no,
flux
sir.
linkages.
Like in each turn, there is a flux of 5.1, no, sir, in the coil. And then the total turns, if we count, then it is N1 by N1 5.1.
See here the flux is same, right? In every coil.
In every turn of the coil, the flux is same, sir. But the total flux in the coil will be sum of the
See here
fluxes
this
in individual
N1
turns.
flux N1 5.1 is known as flux linkages. Okay. Here 5.1 by I1 flux per coil, flux per current is 5.1 by I1 only. The flux is common for all coils, right? See here, I think you understood that each coil is producing 10. So that means you have 10 coils. So that means you have 100 is the flux. So that is the thing you are thinking in your mind, right?
Sir.
That's not the thing. Okay. So it is simpler if it is, for example, this is the case, right? So this 10 ampere is flowing, 10 amperes is flowing. What is the current here?
10 amperes.
10 amperes, right? Same thing applies here also. Clear? The flux is equal to your current. So 5.1 I1 L1. So here N1 is 750, right? So that is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 5. So what is that? Weber per ampere. So what is the next thing? Coefficient of coupling, right? So K equal to M by square root L1 L2. So here L1 L2 are same, right? So that means M by L only. So what is M? 7.5, right? So that means you get 0.5. Is clear? So note down the next one. Two coils that is A and B with turns 12,500 and 16,000. Two coils A and B with turns 12,500 and 16,000 are arranged in parallel planes. If 60% flux produced in coil
Once
A,
again, sir. Once again.
simple, we have two coils are there, so each A and B, right? So one is having 12,500 turns and the other one is 16,000 turns. Okay, so 12,500 in coil A and 16,000 turns in coil B. So that is the first statement, right? If 60% of flux produced in coil A, if 60% of flux produced in coil A link with coil B, if the 60% of flux produced in coil A link with coil B, it is found that a current of 5 ampere in coil A, it is found that a current of 5 ampere, it is found that a current of 5 ampere in coil A produces a flux of, it is found that a current of 5 ampere in coil A produces a flux of 0.6 Weber So while the same current in coil B, while the same current, so that is while the same 5 ampere current in coil B produces 0.8 Weber. I will change it to earlier one is 0.6 milliweber. So now this is also while the same current in B, coil B produces 0.8 milliweber. I'm repeating the line. So it is found that a current of 5 ampere in coil A produces a flux of 0.6 milliweber, while the same current in coil B produces 0.8 milliweber flux. So calculate mutual inductance and coefficient of coupling.
Coefficient of coupling is 0.6.
You understood wrong then. So what it is given, 60% of the flux produced in coil A is linked with coil B. So what it is given, K is given, K1, K2 is given.
K1 is given, sir.
K1 is given, right? Clear? So do this. So we'll stop the class here. If you have any questions?